Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I can't believe I'm filming this video. I, in case you didn't know, I'm pregnant with my first baby and I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. After the past year, it's probably the best thing to have happened. I did tell you guys just before Christmas, and your reaction to the video and to my Instagram was overwhelming and amazing and beautiful and uplifting and kind, and it got me really excited, like even more excited. Today's video I'm going to be doing my first trimester recap. So I am well into my second trimester now, so I've got a lot of updating to come on this channel. I am keeping the same type of content I've always done, but on Thursdays we're going to do some mummy stuff, well, pregnancy stuff anyway, just because unanimously literally 99% of people do want me to share some of my journey. I spent a lot of time watching YouTube videos of people's pregnancy journeys, and now I get to share mine. And it's amazing. Let's get right in. I had a very interesting first trimester, let's say that. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you all about it. I wrote it all down in my diary. Anyway, grab your cup of teas, your drinks. I've gone for water in my trusty cold water bottle. Honestly, I'm retching just thinking about it. I have not been able to drink tea for almost 5 months now. Still love it, but that's not for me anymore. So I've always either got my water in my hand or a hot chocolate. Let's get my dedicated pregnancy journal out. I really recommend you get yourself a dedicated pregnancy journal. Okay, so Lawrence and I found out we were pregnant on the day after I was meant to start my period. Pregnancy symptoms, always having the hiccups. Normally I'm very, very clockwork. I purposely each month wait till the day I'm meant to come on, otherwise I would get my hopes up if I tested before and it was negative. So I always waited until the day I was due on. So we found out at the end of September that we were expecting a baby. It was really amazing finding out. We were really excited. It was really nice to just have that between us for a long time and talk about it all the time. I would say I was quite nervous. I'm quite a nervous person, but Lawrence carried me through that. He was just excited from the get-go. So we found out then at the end of September. So I was like a full 4 weeks at least pregnant. I don't know if I should do a trying to conceive type video. Would you like to see that? Because there were things I had to make changes on and do a bit differently. But yeah, anyway, found out at the end of September. So the very first symptoms I had was, literally the very first was achy boobs. That is quite common, as I read online. I normally have sore boobs every single month for a week before I start my period, and then 3 days before I'm due on, it will just stop aching and the pain will go away. So I kind of knew each month I wasn't, you know, pregnant that month. But this month, they were actually so uncomfortable, I was finding it really difficult to sleep. I kind of had an inkling, but I also thought, no, I can't be, you know, you just don't think you are. Also, like, waking up at night, lots and lots of cramps. I'd say between week 4 to 6, like a good 2 weeks, so many cramps. Like, they were actually a lot more painful than I thought they would be. They're like a lot more intense, so that can be quite worrying if you also are experiencing the cramps. I found them to be a bit more painful than I would have expected for a conception cramp. I think that's what it's called, I'm not sure. But yeah, I just found that a little bit worrying, to be fair, but everything's absolutely fine. It's very, very common to get the cramps. So I didn't need to worry though, did I? Genuinely, I didn't really have any symptoms apart from sore boobs every now and then, the cramps, and I'm just feeling a little bit tired. So I actually remember this day. I was like, I hit 5 weeks pregnant and I said to Lawrence, like, oh, are you sure I'm actually pregnant? I'm not getting any symptoms. I kind of want symptoms so I know I'm pregnant. Famous last words. It hit 5 weeks and 2 days, and all of a sudden, everything edible was gross to me. Like, anything edible I couldn't bear. It's actually making me retch. I'm still, I'm gonna clear this up right now. I'm still being very, very sick. It's 100 million times better. Yeah, like I had food aversions over nearly everything. This had hit October. I have to say, I have an aversion to October now. It sounds so odd, but I have an aversion to October. I have an aversion to orange autumnal foods like pumpkins, squash. Hopefully that will get better. It sounds really weird, but I think when you are that unwell and that sick, your body starts associating things, your sickness, with things that are around you. So those are my instant aversions, the things that were instantly making me feel sick. Hence why, if you notice, or if you have been a long time viewer, you may have noticed in October I kind of slipped off the radar a little bit on my channel. I was really bad at replying to all my comments, not uploading as much, and it's because the nausea started, and being a food-based channel is pretty difficult. So the nausea and sickness did start, but actually it was the nausea that was the problem. It was every single second of the day that I was awake, I was nauseous, and I'm not just talking like you feel a bit unwell, I'm talking moving my head would make me want to like projectile vomit. It was just so horrendous. So 5 weeks and 4 days, that's it, I couldn't consume anything without bringing it back up, like anything. 5 weeks and 5 days, same as above. 5 weeks and 6 days, I still cannot eat, haven't eaten a thing, severe all day nausea. Every moment I was awake, I felt sick. And I have to say, it was a lot harder than I ever anticipated it would be. I have like the utmost respect of women who have, you know, who've gone through that and have HG or hyperemesis gravidarum, which I'll get on in a minute. Just generally battle through that and have other children as well. Like, I'm gonna say about a week where I was trying to manage it on my own and nothing was staying down. I managed to consume ice lollies, rocket ice lollies, and cream crackers, but even then I would have to stay stationary, like exactly where I was, not move, because any kind of movement would just erupt, like it would make me vomit. So I did speak to my doctors because I was actually getting really concerned. I started losing weight rapidly, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't work, blah blah blah. So I spoke to the doctors, they prescribed me a cyclizine tablet. I remember week 6 though, at the end of week 6, I managed a slice of toast with butter in the morning. That was a real step in the right direction. Like, I spent a lot of time in those first few weeks in bed, which is the complete opposite to how I am. I'm normally someone who's a get-goer. I have to get up early in the morning. I'm at the swimming pools or I'm out walking and then I'm working. I find it really difficult to give myself downtime, but I had no choice during the start of the pregnancy. I literally had no choice. I couldn't get out of bed, and that is a mixture of the hormones, pregnancy, but mainly unable to eat. And the nurses and doctors, they explain to you the reason you feel so rough is because your baby is taking all nutrients from anything, from your body, from anything you eat or drink, and you are left with literally nothing, or the bare minimum. I also, from around 5 weeks, started to get a very weird sleeping pattern. Essentially, since 5 weeks pregnant, I have not slept once through the night. I wake up most nights around 2:30, 3 a.m. It's always the same time. It's so weird. It's still happening now, nearly mid-pregnancy. Yeah, the sleeping thing's really strange. I would love to know if other people go through this. I really thought it was an end of pregnancy type of thing, and obviously like a newborn thing, but yeah, it's literally been since the moment I turned 5 weeks. Week 6, I would say, was the week that, I don't know if it's just hormones or it's everything combined, but I went into like a really unhappy, depressed stage. And I've never had depression as such. I've got a greater understanding just how debilitating depression is. Obviously, I know people that have depression or have battled through depression in my family, in my friends, and I've never quite understood just how much it grabs hold of you, which is why we should be so careful about how we talk to people, how we address people, being kind to people in real life, online, because absolutely now I can understand how someone can be on the edge, you know? I was watching Raw Beauty by Kirsty, is it? And she actually had the same thing in the first trimester. She had like a depression episode. So it was comforting to know that from her, which is why I'm sharing. I also felt like that, just in case someone needed to hear that from someone else. I wasn't unhappy about the baby or the pregnancy, I was just unhappy. It was really weird. Anyway, I got out of that. I did speak to my GP and it took a little while, but I'm fully in a different kind of universe right now. I'm lucky. I've got Lawrence, who is an absolute like star. Like, he is amazing. Helped me through every single second of struggle during that first trimester. So it's a struggle for him as well. But we are a very good team, I'd say, because we always communicated and we always got through it. So yeah, week 5 and 6 were, I'd say, my hardest. In week 6, after this, the sickness was just not stopping, the doctor said either you need to go into hospital or you need to start taking this other medicine called ondansetron. It just stops the sickness. It doesn't stop all of the sickness or all of the nausea, but it takes a lot of the heat off. So that has really helped. I'm still unfortunately taking it now. I'm just on half a dose now. Hopefully I can get off that as soon as possible. I had a first midwife appointment via the phone because of COVID, but it was fine. It was just like what they call a booking in appointment. It was nice to speak to a midwife, and they essentially just ask you loads and loads of questions about your history, your family's history, your partner, and that's it really. And then at that booking in appointment, she should book you in for, she booked me in for my bloods and a checkup with the community midwife where they will weigh you, take your blood and all of that. So that happened a couple of weeks later. So week 7 to week 8, I was still very, very sick and nauseous. I was managing to eat small amounts. Tuna mayo sandwiches from the Cub are really, really nice. They're just like these really basic white bread with tuna mayo, and it's quite peppery and lots of mayonnaise. It really was the only thing I managed to keep down for a while. Okay, 7 weeks and 6 days, I booked a reassurance scan. And a reassurance scan is a private scan. They cost in the region of £65 to £85, I think, and you can have them between week 6 onwards. I have to say it was amazing, and it was just so motivating throughout such a hard, difficult trimester. I saw the heartbeats, you don't hear anything. It was an internal exam, by the way, just to warn you. I thought it was going to be external, but it was internal. But luckily they let Lawrence in. It was just so nice. Like, we just saw that little heartbeat and the little jelly bean baby that looked just like a kidney bean at the time. At that reassurance scan, she did notice a small, I can't remember what it's called. I'll put the word on the screen now. Essentially, it's like internal bleed that's sitting in your uterine lining. It's quite common. It can be a reason why women bleed throughout their first trimester. I personally did not bleed at all, but I could have if that had fallen out. It wouldn't be really a problem. It's not really something you can do anything about. Week 8, I all of a sudden felt good. All of a sudden felt back to normal for about 4 days at the end of week 8. I thought, wow, that's it. Like, symptoms gone, sickness gone. And I don't know why it done that. I was still not like fantastic, but I just felt so much better. That got me through, I think, ready for week 9, because week 9, all back to normal, back to feeling absolutely exhausted, very retchy. In fact, it was week 9 onwards that the retching, oh my, like retching at everything. I'm even about to retch now. Can't help it. You just can't help it when you're pregnant. But I was feeling good. Like, my mood was a lot better. I think my body had balanced a lot of the hormones. By week 9, if I was feeling unwell, I wasn't able to hold it in anymore. I wrote that down. Before then, I could lie down, close my eyes and try and hold the food in. But by week 9, it was just very projectile. And yeah, it was mainly the evenings that I'd feel the worst. Another symptom throughout the whole pregnancy is the most vivid dreams of my life. Like, I'm dreaming about the weirdest stuff, and some of it is so realistic. It's just so vivid. I'm normally quite a big dreamer anyway. I always dream. I always remember my dreams. I've never been quite so graphic and vivid as they are right now. Weeks 9, 10, 11, very, very similar. Week 13, we had our 12-week scan. She did actually date me like quite a few days further along than I thought I was. Lawrence was allowed to come in with me. He had to wait in the car until I was in the sonographer's room, and then I got to call him and he came up. So that was really, really nice, because one, I know it can be a nerve-wracking time, so you kind of want someone there with you, because it's like your first proper scan, and you know, they say the 12-week thing is quite important. But it was incredible. Like see a fully forming baby that's inside your body, and at that point you can't really feel it. The sonographer goes on the baby and the baby's kicking around and waving its arm and moving and stretching. You're like, wow, that, like, right this very second that is happening, but I can't feel it. So that was incredible, amazing and motivating, and I think since then I've just had the biggest smile on my face and I feel really good about things. Just great, like I just feel great. I have been listening to a lot of podcasts, like natural birth podcasts and birth stories. Oh my gosh, birth stories are my addiction right now. I just love listening to other people's birth stories. But other than that, I've not really done anything. I think I'm gonna wait for my 20-week scan and then get started. I mean, my 20-week scan is like in a few days. But yeah, should I be panicking? I feel like I don't wanna like buy all the things and do all the things just yet. Yeah, it's been amazing. All our family and friends know now, and telling them was incredible. I will do a bump update in a second. And I've bought a pair of maternity jeans. These I'm going to link down below. They're conscious ones from H&M. They're absolutely fantastic. Like, they're really good. The bump. See, it doesn't look too big. I've got bump worry. It doesn't look too big. Or maybe it does. It's late afternoon, so it's actually looking a bit bigger than it is. But yeah, these maternity jeans from H&M are fantastic. They're really comfy, and I might just have to stick with them after pregnancy, because who knew this lovely bit of fabric would be just so warming on your tummy, especially in winter. But yeah, here's the bump. Doing well. Bearing in mind this is like a few weeks into my second trimester, so yeah, I've just not properly shown you yet, but happy days. I'm so excited to be sharing this with you. I can't believe I am. Like, I can't believe this is me now. I'm going to be a mum. Fingers crossed everything keeps going perfectly. I'm going to be holding a little baby. Is it going to be a boy or a girl? Gosh, I really don't know, and I don't mind. I will do another update really, really soon of my 18 to 20 week update. I'm going to wait till after my 20-week scan to do that. Hopefully things go well in my 20-week scan. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all of your amazing kindness, support and love, and I'll see you again for a new video really, really soon. Bye!